Live on. What's up, interweb? You already know who I am. I'm the notorious Xbox guy named 100. I'm here with my man Flip Money. Before we get to anything, you got to go check out Heroic Vibration Podcast on Thursdays at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time with my man Flip Money. My man Triple Cup Chuck is the host. Savage Carter, sometimes me, and the dude named Young Chaos. So go check it out. And then check out GRG the next day on Fridays. And then I'm trying to trick this guy to come in with me on Xbox After Dark on Saturday. So hey, we doing something big. So Flip Money. What's going on, G?
Hey man, you know how it is, man. Laying back, chilling, being happy, just consuming and being overwhelmed with the glorious of Xbox Jesus news. You know how that is. You know how
Glorious.
that. Uh-huh. For real.
Mhm. Yeah, man, we just ain't here. Like I said, I wanted to do it earlier. I was trying to get Hebot and a couple other people in. It just didn't work out. So my man came in out the bullpen because he a closer. You know what I'm saying? If you guys don't know a closer in baseball, he's a closer. He gonna shut it down. You know what I'm saying? And he just got some info that he was in the streets today that he couldn't actually interpret it, but he interpreted it now. What the greatness of the Xbox do. What's good with you, Worry Bird? My guy, what's good with you? That other guy, we don't talk to you.
Oh snap.
Talk to the other guy. But man, hope everybody doing good. Every y'all staying safe, man. Flip, you locked down. I ain't locked down. I'm locked down again. You locked down. I'm locked down again.
Nah, man. We just opened up.
Yeah, so I'm locked that down. They won't let me out. They got me on shit. I'm thinking about what was that? I'm locked up and they won't let me out.
Oh yeah, that's a joint from back in the day in the '90s.
So
You know what I'm
no.
saying?
But we came in here tonight to talk about some good Xbox news. The Xbox been throwing these jabs, aka haymakers,
Mm-hmm. You know they
and
have.
and they've been talking. And every time some Sony bullcrap talk, they've been coming in. So Microsoft came out today with a video. They actually even went to the enemy of the state called IGN, and they explained the Xbox. I'm gonna let you talk about it, Flip, because like I said, you just heard it's fresh on your mind. I'm gonna let you talk, G. And then
Oh
I
no, they what it was, they was talking about the Xbox architecture, that velocity architecture, whatever. It's talking about how it has four components of it, which allow the developers to pick and choose what part of the game, if they needed to, what parts of the game that they want to
to
load up
load up.
faster, what type of cash in the game, where they want to put this and this. It gives developers a whole lot of freedom to do whatever it is that they need to do, or anything else further on into the future that they're thinking of doing, and being more creative of how they want to make their game operate, or how they want it to move, how fast they want it to move. Which is, I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised about that one. And, you know, a lot of it, a lot of that techno stuff, I understand. I mean, well, not a lot of it, but some of them understand, and some of them I'm like, huh? You know, they really get into that techno babble
I'll
stuff.
break it down to it. Like I say, I listened to it several times. I understand it a little bit than you do. Um,
Yeah.
the way it is it's all right. Say we're playing an open world game, and you know how sometimes we play open world games, and the background loads up while we seeing it loads up. You won't see that anymore. You won't see that anymore. You know what I'm saying? You won't see that because they gave the developer the tools to say, hey, I need a tree here, I need a car here, you know what I'm saying? I need them hookers from GTA over here, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying? You know what I'm saying? To walk that line, you know what I'm saying? They tell it, thing about it, they have control. Before they had to bundle it all up in a bubble and let it it was and let it let me say let it compress. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it, when I mean, let it decompress. That's what it did. Let it decompress, and that's why people like, well, I got more grass than you. You ain't got to worry about no more grass. What's good with you, Lawrence? What's good with you? Rain. We were just talking about rain.
Rain, you should hop in here, man.
You want in, Rain? Let me know.
Yeah,
Rain.
I'll send it to
yeah.
you.
So yeah, so that's what people don't understand. That is their Microsoft is actually talking English, the much English they can talk to the consumer. Mark Cerny sat there and what he was doing behind a green screen with a couple of people waving at him, and he just came up from the tunnel. Cruz was good, G. But that's what people don't understand. Like Microsoft is showing you what's in this Xbox with X, and they're explaining what's the benefits. Remember, he actually flipped. I'm gonna let you talk about that. What he was talking about, even with Xbox backwards compatibility games. What he said that the Xbox Velocity Architect is going to do for the games.
What? How it's going to load up the game faster, whatever. Load up the textures and stuff from an old game quick, faster than what you're all used to seeing on, let's say, like the Xbox OG one. So you using that backward compatible or the 360, whatever. So basically, like I'm assuming more so the Xbox exclusive games or whatever. I'm assuming that they are going to do it with third party game, but for now with the first party game, you'll start seeing the textures and stuff popping up and thing moving more fluently or whatever. And that way how they do it, I guess that's another way of them I guess achieving probably 60 frames or whatever like that. If they decide to do that, it's really going to be hot though. I can't wait to see it. I'm not going to lie. Quite a few games that we all have that came out this generation, I kind of put it on a back burner because I want to see what it's going to do when we get to Series X. I'm saying I want to see how fast it loads up or whatever.
Yeah,
I send you the link. I send you the link, right?
You send it to it? Okay, I was trying to see. Yeah, like I said. So like I said, man, that to me is, that's incredible right there. You know what I'm saying? And this is what, a week before the Shock and Awe?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Before we invade PlayStation. Before we invade you know what I'm saying? I can't, man. I'm are you, man, you hype, G? Flip, you hype.
I'm hype. Oh yeah. I'm hype. My bad. I'm hype. Yeah, I'm hype. Yeah, I'm hype, man. What, man? Please, I'm over here doing the moonwalk. Right? I'm saying. Matter of fact, not the Michael Jackson moonwalk. I'm doing the go flip money feet right about now, good brother. You know what I'm saying? The little dance that I learned from my little daughter, baby Cody. I mean.
Nah, but man, like I said, I was loving that.
Vodka funny. It was good, bruh. I mean, y'all can also hop in a party if y'all want to. The door is open.
Yeah, it's open. If you can't get it, it's the StreamYard app, and you just make your name up. I don't care what your avatar is.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy. It just why can you get your ass in here too? Come out the closet. No
For real,
homo.
dog. For real. Vodka knows some stuff. Vodka playing around all the goddamn time. You need to get on over here. Like you don't know stuff. I know you know.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, y'all, the PlayStation fans is, man, this put y'all on notice, G. That Xbox know what they can do. Hey, Flip, should I let this man join in? Should I let this man join in?
Who? What man?
G over there. Heart. Should I let Heart join in so he can get murdered? We don't want no crime scene tonight, right?
Nah, man. You better sit his ass down somewhere.
Yeah,
you better sit your ass down. Before you can hop on here, man, you got to start reading some more Xbox Live books or something, bro. For real. You know what I mean? We got for real, man. You got to lift some weight. put on your coronavirus mask or something, man. Cause listen here, we ain't trying to get infected with whatever type of virus you got over there, bro. For real. I mean, you gotta drink. You gotta drink at least like 3 Xbox Hail Mary or something before you hop up on
Yeah,
here.
I'm saying like, oh, these some real Xbox dude. Yeah, we eat some real Xbox dude. We eat sleep this stuff, but we don't
Well, listen
we just
here. Let me
don't
tell you. Let me tell you this. Well, we ain't going around spreading no false rumor. The PlayStation price going to be out tonight. we, we ain't doing
Oh,
that
bro,
over
was
here.
that shit
You know what I'm saying? See,
yesterday?
I wasn't gonna go there. I wasn't going there. I was just gonna be sit here, be calm, collective, and
They
just talk about.
ran with that shit yesterday. Oh, the
Boy,
price is gonna be.
I tell you, boy, I tell you.
Oh,
Uh,
they ran with that
they was
shit
over there.
yesterday.
They was over there. They was over there doing MC Hammer, 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 Pony, 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 and you got to play. Go Pony, go Pony, go.
And then go to the no. Think about it. I saw it early in the afternoon. I'm sitting at my desk. I saw it early in the afternoon. I'm like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the hell going on? And I'm like, oh, Sony's gonna announce. I said, announce on what? Because ain't nothing coming on TV. Ain't no Walking Dead. Ain't nothing coming on TV. So what they gonna
Nah,
announce?
you know, when you told me that, I seen it again on Twitter. They said, well, maybe the next day it showed. They're gonna tell us the next day. It's the next day. And I still didn't hear that.
Well,
Like,
well, Sony,
where do y'all
Sony,
get these?
well, yeah, and they keep on blaming on Amazon Friends. Quit blaming on Amazon Friends. Whoever doing that shit is trolling y'all. I'm saying because he be
Y'all
putting
falling
that up.
for it. You know what? I think it's a bot. I think it's, as they call us. I think it's a bot out there that's trolling the hell out of the pony. Like, let's see what they would do now. I won't be surprised if it's an Xbox out there trolling y'all real good. Y'all fall for the big too. Y'all really thought y'all was going to hear a price point? Man,
It's going to be
man,
$49. No,
for real.
no. You don't know
Excuse
good.
me. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Is that salt on your shoulder, or do you just have bad dandruff? I don't know what's going on here. Like, what are you doing though? Like, man, the salt is real.
And they want to get mad at us. We ain't do nothing to them.
Man, we ain't do nothing to him. We just sit back.
And then
We just sit
I
back
had to
waiting.
get one of my brothers and like, man, get your ass off of NeoGaf. That shit is a lie.
Yeah, man. You save. He just don't know how much you save his soul. You just save his soul. That's all that is. You
I
save
don't
his.
go
I'm
on
gonna
them
see.
sites.
See,
Second
you're a
man,
true
what's
brother.
good with you? Yeah,
You're a
I
true
don't go
brother,
on.
man.
You guys don't understand. We do not go on these sites. We don't go searching. These guys go searching. They go deep sea diving for shit. And I'm like, for
Mm-hmm.
what? What you deep sea diving for? What are you deep sea diving for? Which I love to say we ain't got no games. My man, that's why I wanted to bring Heba on because Heba got the whole list of games flipped that we done had this whole gen. And a lot of them
Oh,
was
for real?
yeah. And a lot of them was um when I say they were exclusive. Even if they wasn't even AAA, they was exclusive to Xbox. And that's why I was trying to get him on today. You know what
You
I'm
ain't
saying?
lying. You ain't lying, Vodka. When it rains, it pour. Cause right about now, tear na 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 tear na 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 ah. Why is Don Poden crying? I'm sorry, yo. I'm sorry. Y'all got real good. Y'all got good. What's good, singer man? What's going on? They
What's
got
up with you,
good,
Dirk?
man. Ah, my God, yo, that's funny. That is so funny, hilarious. No, I mean, I know some people may
Dirk,
say
man.
I'm wrong for saying that, and because it's my own, I'm getting some type of enjoyment, some type of sick amusement out of it, and I am.
Oh, hey, we love to do it. We love to do it.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
I will
Oh,
kick you. And then you want to use Xbox. I'm gonna put it this way. Shout out to my man. My man K Meg. That's my G. We argue, fuss, and fight. But that stand shit, I don't agree with that. I call y'all ponies. So you got to use bot or something. Don't use no stands. 'Cause I don't know what the hell stands mean, and I don't care for stands. You can go back. I done told you myself. I don't like that term of endearment. You got to get that to next gen. Next gen made the ponies. So we gonna ride with the pony. It sound good. It even rhymes good. Sometimes it rhymes so.
Pony,
Sometimes it
pony.
rhymes quick. I slap a pony with a Chico stick.
God damn. Uh, uh,
It just rhymes good. So it's no disrespect, but I don't like to use that word. You know what I'm saying?
man, listen here, man. I tell you, I just want to know who the guy that's pulling all the strings for the ponies to jump for that carrot. The carrot is the PlayStation. That's what the pony's jumping for. They chasing that for a carrot. That's messed up, man. Our pony fall for anything. What do this button do?
Yeah. I'm tired. Like I said, man, we fight, man. We've been in this fight for how long? Flip, we've been fighting the good fight, man. I'm down for the cause, man. I'm I'm with the good fight, man. I ain't going nowhere. But all of them that flip flopped, like my man Dirk made a good video today. Flip, I ain't gonna lie to you. You got to check out my man Dirk Rick. He made a good video. All these
Okay.
motherfuckers that flopped over, you already know my term. Don't bring your punk ass back home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't bring your ass back home. All the, you know what I'm saying? All these guys, y'all know who these guys are. They defected. Well, we stay here.
Yeah. It's sad. It's a sad day when them bots leave and they try to come back and they can't. You know what I'm saying? Even though they do some razzle dazzle shit. Even though they brand themselves with the brand of the Xbox Jesus of their game. I don't understand how you brand yourself with an Xbox logo on your arm or whatever, but you PlayStation for life. I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, bro. I mean, don't get me wrong. Listen here. That's
What you
fine
talking
if you
about?
go. That's,
You talking about somebody got a God of War, a Gears of War tag?
yeah, that's fine if you go. That's
That
fine
G.
if you. It's fine if you go both ways. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. I mean, it's all right. I'm just saying.
It's hard out here, man. Like I say, man, we've been getting brutal. We've been getting stepped on, crawled on, shot.
Hold on. I gotta say, hey, Bach, stop that. I didn't know they was gonna believe that. I didn't know they was gonna believe that one. I didn't know they was gonna believe that one. When I told them that, I told them that PlayStation, they announced the pre-order for the PlayStation 5 a couple months ago in Walmart, and somebody believed it. Somebody believed it in your
Well, they
chat.
done.
They was like, for real? I was like, what? Are you
I'm dumb.
serious?
I'm dumbasses. I don't give a fuck about them dumb man. But I just like to, man. Like I said, man. Like I said, man. Next week it's gonna be a proud Thursday. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to bed Wednesday early so I can get up. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna eat breakfast.
You know what I don't understand though? They're talking about as I was watching it, listening to what the dude was saying or whatever, because I was just skipping through some of it. I should just sit
Yeah.
there and focus on a lot of stuff that he was saying. Um, how come Sony hadn't come out and say exactly what all the PlayStation 5 can do? All we know about their super fast SSD drive. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that.
Because they got
They
Mark
talk
Cerny, they got Mark Cerny back in that motherfucking basement and shit, G.
so they don't got no one else to fill
No,
in for Mark Sony.
nah, he's an architect. You know what I'm saying? He the shit like off the motherfucking off of fucking the Matrix and shit. He's the architect. He can't tell nobody. Nobody else don't know shit.
Wow. So they not even gonna have him come out and talk about like they ain't even gonna show you another event, talk about other parts of the PlayStation other
No,
than
they
that
claim
SS
the pony
other than
said they're
that
gonna have
SS
another event next month. I'm
what
like,
is it? That
motherfucker, why you have this one?
yeah. Yeah, I believe that shit. Sure. Sure they're gonna have another event. Keep talking about that SSD lie. I mean SSD drive. Sure. Keep talking about it.
Say SSD
Keep talking
lie.
about yeah, sure. I
Because
believe it.
Microsoft showed your ass the SSD drive is not as motherfucking slow that you think it is.
Yup.
It fucks
You
up
know
more.
what?
it fucks up SSD drives that's on the market right now for fun.
And you know what? I about to go back and listen to it again because he said it was another technology with that with
It was
another component in it
it was
that's
the
new. That's
compression.
brand
It
new.
was the
It
compression of the
was
game. The compression of the
okay.
game. So thing about it is the SSD drive, since it's solid state, that it can run. Thing about it, it knows it can grab the resources and know when it can grab it. The developers have to tell it, grab this, grab that. You know what I'm saying? You don't need that before when you work with a mechanical
What
drive,
up,
you had to
bro?
grab a bunch of resources. He had to grab a bunch of resources at a time. But you know what I'm saying? Ponies on watch, G. They on suicide watch. I don't know what happened to Flip. Flip. I'm gonna keep it going. But y'all, like I say, y'all funny. Microsoft is showing they flexing.
My bad.
People
I'm
say
back.
flex their muscles. They flexing their muscles. They you know what I'm saying? They Creed. You know what I'm saying? Call them Creed. Right now, Microsoft is playing Black Panther on motherfuckers right now. Shit, Wakanda forever.
You know what's funny? I like the expression. You know what? This is what I didn't understand. I don't know who the guy is that was on IGN. I never seen him before, but I was wondering how come they didn't use the usual IGN
Because
people that's
that's what
on there.
IGN does. They always get somebody that don't know what the hell they talking about, don't understand. And what the first thing he said, what is it going to do for PC? He said, well, the same architecture we're going to use for PC, we're going to use on the Xbox Series X and our other consoles. That's what he said. That's what he said. You see what he told him? He said, I'm a predominantly PC guy. So why the
Yeah,
fuck?
he did. He
Why
did.
the
He showed
fuck?
up, showed
Where
up real
Brian
quick.
McCaffrey at? Where motherfucking Brian O'Tano at? Them console niggas.
Yeah, with other boy. Even though he did say something that was smart, but also weird on Dirt McGurdy. I mean on Dustin Mc Dirt. What's
Yeah,
his name?
Dustin McDirty.
Yeah, him.
That's all I'm saying. Where the hell they at? But when you mention that, why you don't have them on prime time? But then, at least Shaggy said, I got a special video talking about the we're gonna talk about it in what's that podcast unlocked, wherever that shit they got. I don't watch that shit. He said they're gonna talk more about it. But do you
Oh, you
know?
talking about him? I mean, old
Yeah.
girl. Well, you know what? I like old girl, even though he looked
Oh,
like
I like
Shaggy.
old girl be punking him. Old girl's
Yeah, she
she a
do.
G. She a
She,
G.
she, you know
She can
what?
I
I
take
like
her
her,
out to
but
dinner I take her out to dinner every night this week if she wants to.
she
She
hold
good.
on. She still look like Velma. She still look like Velma.
Hey,
Dog.
need them. Hey,
I said, yo,
hey,
I
Velma
said we
need
got
love.
no game here.
Hey,
I
Velma
said, oh my
need
god,
love too.
I know though. I swear them glasses make her eyes look like dots. I'm like, oh
Velma
my
need
god,
love too. But
yo, but she be killing them, dude.
yeah, so like I said, man, she ain't no punk. She was like, hey, no, this ain't right. This ain't right. No. I think she got like 6 months left, Flip. And then she's gonna be working for Microsoft.
hmm Chris, hey Chris, you need to stop that, man. I told you, bro. I got that Xbox communicator badge for you. So whenever
I
the
told him I got
ponies
that green rag. You gotta put it on the left side, nigga. That's the Xbox
yeah,
side.
he got that reversible. He got that reversible Xbox jacket. He flip it inside out here. PlayStation dude, flip it right back out here. Xbox guy, flip it again. He got a picture of Yoshida on his ass.
What up? What you said? What else up with your crazy ass? Know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, honey, kind of calm tonight, huh? Yeah, because I'm off the dark. I'm on the light. I'm on the vodka and orange juice because I gotta be politically correct in the morning when I gotta get up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I just think it's real funny that Sony don't show you nothing else about their box. They tell us how fast. In theory, this is all. This is hear me out, people. This is all I'm saying. Hear me out. Sony had the perfect opportunity to show us exactly how well and how fast that SSD drive works. Instead of showing us schematic and stuff on paper, Microsoft showed it. Microsoft already showed it with a game, even though that game was old. It's on the Xbox, on the Xbox One. They still show you the difference of how fast it moves. Sony ain't showed us nothing. So I'm really wondering if that thing is really fast. That's what I'm saying. Like now, who do you believe more? Someone that got actually showing you, like, here you go, here go the pudding right here. Because you know what they say, you know what I'm saying? There's truth inside the pudding. So if it's right here, and that person say that they got it, which one you going to believe? The person that actually has it and showing it to you, or the person who just talking about something that they have and they not showing it? I'm just trying to figure out something. Because all the games that they showed or whatever, you're telling me none of them games that they showed, even though them game was cartoon game, that they can show no type of demonstration of how fast it moves compared to another game. And I don't want to hear that shit about that Spider-Man game last year, because that wasn't, they didn't even show you nothing. That wasn't nothing. That's Spider-Man. Any game, any cartoon game like Spider-Man or whatever can load up fast. I want them to show me 2 different God of War. You know what I'm saying? The God of War that just came out on the PlayStation 5 and on the PlayStation 4. I want us to show us the load time on that, on the exclusive game that they have, so I can see the comparison of how fast that SSD drive moves. Because right now, all to me, it seems like it's nothing more than a theory that Sony have. It's not even proven. We ain't see that. No one out here can say for certain and for sure 100% that, oh yeah, it really does move that fast. We ain't see it. Did you see it, bro? Did you see it?
I ain't saw shit, G.
Did y'all see it? Did y'all see any demonstration like that? Anybody in the chat? Did anybody see any demonstration like that? That Sony has showed that joint is that fast. Other than what's his name? Mark Cerny babbling a bunch of techno words and shit, like he Jordan off of Star Trek.
He said the compute units of this and this and that. The average man, that motherfucker was talking English, Spanish, Russian, Caribbean, motherfucking Indian, all type of shit. All they want. Nobody understand that shit. But if you're a tech guy,
what's going on?
Unless you was a tech guy, this shit is crazy to me.
Oh shit, what's going on, people out there? Yeah, though, but I'm just saying, though, man. I'm just saying. Now, I'm not trying to call nobody out or call them a lie, even though Microsoft threw a couple indirect shot at Sony. But I'm just saying. I don't get it. Like, I want to see it. Though they both doing the same thing, trying to achieve and load game faster. You know, they going 2 different ways of doing it. But at least I seen what Microsoft showed me. Now, another thing that I have to add on to that. I don't think third party developers are going to utilize it like we think that they are. I just don't see it.
It's a waste of time.
I could be wrong, but yeah. Now, what if it's a game that got to be out at this certain amount of time? Well, we got to wait. Well, we got to wait a little longer to do this for Sony. Well, Microsoft joined, clearly it's going to be easy for them to do it right then and there with the tools and stuff that they have. Let's keep it real. Sony track record with making with their tools and stuff of making game, and it hasn't always been kind, even on the PlayStation 4. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Flip, I got another conversation. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna be super long on here. Remember I told you yesterday, and you was appalled by it. I can say that. Y'all say we don't get at Xbox fans. We do time to time. I told you Xbox fans that was mad because Flight Simulator, Microsoft's Flight Simulator, let's get it right. Microsoft Flight Simulator was not coming out for the consoles right away. So how do you feel about that? Are you crying about it? Can you play it on your PC? Do you have a PC? Let the people know, G.
Listen here, as long as it comes to the Xbox, I don't give a damn who gets it first. Like, why would I cry about that? And that's another thing, since you brought that up. Xbox guy, stop it. Or if you are a Xbox guy, because I doubt that you are, but I'm just saying, if there are some, stop it. It ain't that serious. It's not that serious because the PC get it first. It's still Microsoft ecosystem. It was on there first. So what? Like, stop it. That's like PC people crying about us getting Halo first. Like, come on, man. Let it go. I'm not mad. I can just sit back and wait till it come out. Not only that, why get mad that they get it first? You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Yo, we got Game Pass. And I just want to say this to all the PlayStation guys out there. Good luck on that Game Pass thing. Because I'm going to tell you this. Because I'm going to tell you this. You talk about we don't have no game. At least the game that we get day and date, we don't have to pay for. We don't got to pay for the game.
They paying for it twice. Not once,
For
but 2 times a lady. They gonna get paid for it twice.
I'm just saying. You know
You got to pay for the regular edition, and you got to pay for the super. Yeah, you got to pay for the super, ultra, extra, all the benefit of DLC that you already paid for.
Did I say that? Yo, I'm telling you, the last of us too, right? They gonna make. They gonna make.
See, I didn't want to talk to this. Yeah. See, I didn't want to talk to this old bum motherfucker tonight, but I'm finna fuck him up because he pissed me off right now. None of us, not Flip said it. Not nobody that we know of, not even my man King David, did not say that it was coming out day of date. They said, "What if?" Do you know the word "what if"? If was a fifth, we all be drunk.
I don't think he understand that. Right.
And you guys ran with it.
Yup. No one said day and date
about which said that. Never.
But since you said day and date, if it do come out, okay, Mr. Christopher, if it does come out day and date, how you gonna feel about that? If it comes out day and date in Game Pass, what you gonna do?
But he's like, nah, it ain't gonna come because they already came out and said it ain't coming out. So what? But if it come out a year later, if it come out a year and a half later,
look a year and a half later, dog. That's what we said. That's what we said.
Yeah, and you guys want to run. You guys want to run and go to these Facebook groups and all this other stuff and want to twist our words up. No, you're not going to do that. Not on my show. Not on me and Flip Money show.
You know what you could do, though, Chris? What you could do is support your fellow gamers and go ahead and get Game Pass, so you can get it day and day and Game Pass. You over there crying and stuff. Ain't nobody say that. Stop it, man. You over there making up them stuff. Don't be making up stuff like that, though, Chris. Stop that. I expect more out of you, though, Chris. Dude. You a pony? I thought you was one of a respectable pony, man, with the Xbox logo on your ass or something, man. Stop that shit. While you swinging them flies off your ass cheek, Chris. Stop that. You supposed to be a respectable PlayStation guy of your community.
But like I said, man, none of us said.
I mean, you don't have to get Game Pass. You're right, it's bullshit. But I know one thing that you will be playing. I know you will be paying for The Last of Us 2 remaster. I know that. I know that.
My thing is, you got to elaborate to me how Game Pass is bullshit. Somebody got the ponies. See, you see the ponies. You see, I told you I got the ponies on what you call it. Say send the link again, Flip. I can't. Can I send the link from here? No. You got the link?
I copied that link. I copied it. Hold on.
Well, I get tired of y'all always on that bullshit. Why I say, man, I'm here for entertainment purposes only, and I play games.
There it is. I just sent it to you.
Yeah. Why ain't I play no game? Hang on. So this asshole said Game Pass is because if you don't buy a game, you paying monthly, like a monthly bill.
Oh, you
I,
don't?
all right. I got damn. I don't want to even say all right. Come on, honey. I'm calling myself. When y'all hear bone is the other part of me that I have in me. I have 3 different personalities. Uh, Stupid ass. Do you own your light company? No, but don't you get your lights? You don't. Do PlayStation offer you through PlayStation Now all your exclusives day one, and you can just download it and play? No, so shut up. That's all I gotta say about that. Don't come in with that bullshit.
What did he say?
Because we pay a monthly fee. Yeah, we pay a monthly fee for a bunch of games.
Yo, how can I respond to him without insulting his intelligence?
Fuck his intelligence. He's stupid motherfucker anyway. Fuck him. It's 11.
I'm gonna just say this. Um, I got Game Pass all the way up to March. I'm not paying monthly. Now, if I wanted to, I could. You do understand if you look it up right now, you can buy Game Pass for $40 for 3 months. You do understand that, right? Or you can buy more Game Pass. You can buy up to 2 years worth of Game Pass and just sit back and relax, like it's Xbox Live. You do know that, right?
And you get exclusives day one. Sony offering you exclusives day one, and you don't. Matter of fact, you don't even probably even own PlayStation Now. So why are we even talking to you? I need to slap myself with a bag of nickels.
I just send it to you, right?
I think you need. I think you need a woman. Hey, anybody out there can go buy him a hooker or something off of one of them pages or something. Go get this man laid, cause he too much all on my motherfucking page. Get
He
him
gonna
laid.
get them. He gonna get them hookers off at PlayStation After Dark. They got a real surprise for you. Turn on that camera.
Called Pornhub.
He gonna go right on Pornhub. Okay, okay. Vodka just put it right in there with that vodka. Okay, $27
$27
for 3 months.
without my code.
Yeah.
I forgot I got a code. Think
CD
about it.
key.
You guys don't understand. I am sponsored by CD Keys, but I forget about that crazy shit. I don't be thinking like that. I got so much stuff going on. And Vodka gets mad at me about it, and he always mess with me. You ain't gonna get a super percentage off. You get 5% off
Right.
if you use code 100. If you use code 100 on CD Keys, you'll get 5% off. I forget about it. And think about the craziest thing was I was on CD Keys today. That's the craziest thing. And everybody that's listening, that you actually put in for the Star Wars, what's that? Fallen Jedi?
Yeah.
What's that? The last one, Fallen
Yeah.
Jedi.
Yeah, I believe that's what it was.
Yeah, I gave one
Fallen
code out
Order.
today. I said since I forgot about it, because I actually forgot about it during the 4th of July week. I'm over here. You guys don't know how much I forgot about a whole lot of stuff because a lot of stuff been going on, and I don't tell everybody my business. I'm trying to recuperate on some stuff, but I have one more code. Go find that tweet that I put, retweet. I'll give it away tomorrow morning or afternoon, my time. And I have one more code. This is the deluxe edition. This ain't the regular edition. This is the deluxe edition.
See, Chris. See, Christopher. See, your problem is if you was there or was there that day that you could have tried it out for 14 days when I threw it up on Twitter for anybody can grab, snatch and grab, you could have got on there and got on there for what? For 14 days and try out Game Pass Ultimate for yourself. Cause I know you got an Xbox, dog. I know you do. I can hear it in your text. Every time you text, I can see the Xbox in you, dog. You just let your inner Xbox come out of you, man. That's all. I don't know what Microsoft did to you, but this ain't the 360 days no more, dog.
My man LG said, let me have it. I can't give it. My rule is I can't anybody that I know, I associate with, have conversation with, you ain't part of the deal. I try to find people out of nowhere. That's what I do. I try to find people out of nowhere. Flip knows I give stuff away. Flip gave stuff
Yeah,
away.
he does. Yeah,
Uh,
he do.
we got a bunch of people, shout out to my man Poseidon. I got a lot of people that sometimes will give me stuff and I give it away. Um, but we're not big, quote unquote, big YouTubers, but we show love to each other. And thing about it is, we look out for each other too. Shit, you
Listen
know.
here, Chris. Listen here, Christopher. You're gonna stop talking like that, like you don't love the Xbox. Stop that. The more you see, you need to get out of denial. That's why I have classes on Sunday to help you out when you come inside the Xbox party and stuff. To get the hate out of you, the hate of the Xbox out of your system. You know what I'm
Because he's
saying?
not
See,
playing The Last of Us no more.
I know. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, he is. When he get the PlayStation 5 and they remaster it. But that's okay if you think that replay ability is good for you, because I don't get that one. I still don't understand what happened to the zombies.
And you see, he ain't got his crew in here tonight. He ain't got to lose his bums in here tonight. They was like, oh man, we got bombed off last time. They
Yep.
got hit.
Ah, man.
We ain't playing with y'all. Uh-uh.
Yes, you
Matter of
are.
fact,
Chris,
have you?
Chris, don't lie. Don't sit us in, Chris. See, this is what I don't like that you're doing, Chris, right now. Stop it. Don't lie and say you ain't gonna buy no remaster. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. Do not be that guy. All right, Christopher, do not be that guy and say that you're not going to buy a remaster, or if they make a definitive edition, Last of Us 2. Don't be that guy, Chris. You hear me, Chris? Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
I'm telling you, man. I got that green rag. You put it on the left side. That's the Xbox side. I got it for you, G. You can wear it to work and
Yeah, it will.
everything.
Yeah, it will. Next week, baby.
Cause hey, shit finna hit the fan next Thursday when you see
Next.
Halo in that Slipstream engine. Oh
Oh,
my
oh, oh.
god.
You're not going. Are you going to work next Thursday?
No, I'm off. Oh no, I'm off
All
on
right
Thursday.
then.
Oh no,
Okay then.
actually, Flip. I ain't even got a trip. I'm off for the rest of that week, so I can sit there. We can
We're
sit
gonna
there. And,
we're gonna
but
throw
I'm
something
off that. I only got to
on
work. I only work
Friday.
Monday,
I
Wednesday.
mean,
Oh, it's
Thursday.
on, G. I only work Monday, Wednesday. It's on Thursday. I'm good enough. I told you I'm going to bed. Man, I'm going to bed early. I'm gonna get, I'm going to bed early and shit. I'm gonna make sure I get super drunk. I'm coming home drinking. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I might be at work drinking. Woo, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna take some sleeping pill. I'm gonna wake up refreshed, refined. I'm gonna get my notes together. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna write it down. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna look at that glorious. You know what I'm saying? And what Xbox said, we're going on YouTube in 4K. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna show you the glorious. And I'm like, what the hell? Because I'm talking about it's gonna be some job. It's trust me, um, the ponies. Uh, you
Yeah,
won't notice, G.
Cyber Wolf, you'll be there with us in spirit.
Hey, and
You'll be there with us in spirit.
because man, Phil said I'm gonna hit them over the head. Phil done said it in so many words. Aaron talking shit. Look at everybody talking shit.
No, I think one of the most things that Phil said that had me laughing was, so how do you feel about Sony reveal and all that stuff in their games and stuff? What do you have to say about that? Oh, I'm real confident that we're gonna kick their ass. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm real confident that we're gonna do a good job. That's what he wanted to say. I know he wanted to say kick their ass, but Phil being Phil, he said, "Oh, I'm confident that Sony don't got nothing. Sony ain't ready for that work."
Mhm. Sony better worry about getting them games out of fucking 30 frames per second. That should be in 60. And talking about selling it to your ass for $70. Man, fuck that. I don't give a fuck if it's Xbox. You sell me a game It better be an open, super open world game. You gonna sell that shit to me for $70 and and uh and ain't running 60? Fuck you. Give me that PC option. Turn that motherfucker down to 1440p and let's go.
I just want to know how y'all feel about that new Spider-Man Miles Morales that new Spider-Man DLC that they transported onto the PlayStation 5.
Oh, they put a
You know Miles Morales ain't nothing but a DLC. Talking about, oh, it's a standalone. Ain't no goddamn standalone. We're making it a standalone because y'all putting it on a PlayStation 5. That's the first time ever in history that they show y'all. I think in history that they selling y'all a DLC.
no,
That's the next
no, they didn't.
generation
They
game.
did it with no, they did it with Infamous Second Son. They did that one, and they did with another game. They ain't the first
So
time.
hold on. So you telling me Sony have track records of doing this?
Yeah. Matter of fact,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Uncharted with the two lesbians.
No, I'm saying like when the console launched.
No, they
Think
ain't got
about
it.
it. Let's
No,
think about it. The PlayStation 5 and the Miles Morales one is going to be the one is when the console launch. I never seen nobody get a DLC for the console launch. I never seen that because that's what that is. How can nobody say you ain't gonna tell me that's a standalone? That's a DLC launch with the PlayStation 5. That's the first time I've seen something like that.
I'd say amen. Yeah. They gonna get it, G.
Hebot, what's good, bro? We was looking for you, Hebot.
Told you, man. Y'all
Hebot
be
right
playing.
there. Hebot right there.
Telling y'all, man. Y'all think y'all playing with the wrong characters over here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Y'all be over there be listening to Bebop and Rocksteady. Nah. We better than Ninja Turtle shit.
Yeah, Hebot. That's what they trying to do. They trying to sell you a DLC story based game. I never see that. That's
Talking
the
about
first.
and they talking about it's
I
15
ain't never
now.
see that like that. I ain't never see that. That game better not be $60. I swear to God, that game better not be $60. Y'all better not buy it. Y'all bet. Hey, Chris, you better
They
not
don't
buy that.
buy no games anyway.
You better not buy that Spider-Man game. You hear me, Chris? You better not buy that bullshit. Whoa. You ain't gonna be talking
Chris.
about my good brother. You ain't gonna be talking about my good brother Hebot now. Come on now.
See your ass. See that's the
Come
you
on
come
now, Chris.
disrespectful. We already kicked your ass when you talk about the homegirl. Quit talking about people. You know what I'm
Stop that
saying?
shit.
Because
That's
you
why
ain't on the same knowledge of the presence. You ain't even on God like knowledge on what he got.
for
You's a
real.
bum.
I can safely say in the chat and both of us on the podcast on the panel, Hebot knows a lot, a whole lot more. You
Bebop knows who the fuck made the score of the game. Who this and this
understand?
and that. Sick, hey, Sick
Exactly.
want to get here. I'm gonna get Sick in here. Let me see what Sick gonna say. Sick, don't go crazy. You know, I'm going. I'm gonna bring Sick in here though. Sick, I'm gonna get Sick. Let me get Sick in here.
Oh man, he just kicked this off out. He'll be back. He gonna try to get you in here. He's coming back or whatever. He probably have to switch over or whatever. But yeah, Hebot, we was
I'm
looking
back.
for you early though, Hebot. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
he
saying?
if you want to get in, let me know. I got another. I got a little. I got a few left in me because I ain't drinking on the heart. Just I'm drinking. Well, he drinking wine. I'm drinking vodka.
Yeah.
Uh,
He got messed up again. He'll be back. Chris, how long that pain been hurting you in the inside though? How long that pain hurt, man? Cause I see nothing but pain.
all right, here I go. Let me see.
I see nothing but pain and suffering.
I got to because it's different when I'm doing it on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I gotta hit a certain button, and that's why I keep on going in and out. All right, he Sick. Or I sent sick, and then he bought. I sent he bought a link. All right. I say, all right, come back in. See, it's weird, man. Like I said, I kind of flip. I kind of like how you use the computer. Like you say, man, I'd rather use a computer sometimes.
Yeah,
Cause I be
yeah.
going through, cause so used to my bing, 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 and I expect it don't kick me out. That's one thing God, what I'm saying, it didn't kick me out.
Hold on.
But we gonna get my man Six Slayer in this motherfucker plugger. You know what I'm saying? He gonna preach his gospel. He about welcome to come through. If you want to, I send him the link.
Yeah.
Like, damn, what you using? 100. This is brought to you by StreamYard. If you spend a couple of dollars on this thing, you can do stuff like this. You can do it from your phone. You know what I'm saying? From your computer, your tablet, and all this. And I hope they sponsor my ass one day. I do use a lot of F bombs, but fuck it, sponsor me, G.
Look at Chris. So I'm telling somebody to stay in their lane. Chris, you
That
can't even
foul,
see right.
that
How you
old
gonna tell
foul
somebody to
mother.
stay in their lane? You can't even drive. You're a funny dude, Chris. Boy, I tell you, Chris. You're a funny dude, Chris. You ever thought about being a comedian?
Comedian Joker. They had what's that? Apollo. You know what I'm saying? They had old boy sit there and run somebody off the stage. That's when that's
What
Chris.
app? What app, Vodka? What's the name of what app?
It's not an app. You gotta download. I can send it to you.
Yeah, it ain't no app or nothing. It's
It's no,
just
this is
if
this is
you talking
internet.
about if you talking about just hopping in on StreamYard, it ain't an app. Just
No,
click
it's an
on
app.
it and it'll walk you through.
Yeah.
He bought the
Most powerful
masters of the video
game.
game.
And the masters of the video game. I like that.
I'm just saying that's a new thing right there, dog.
And the
Yeah,
masters of the video game. That's funny. What's going on, fellas? What's going on?
What's
ain't
good with
up,
the hip
man.
hop, man?
I'm
We're
just
looking
here,
at
man.
we was talking about that velocity architect that Microsoft has, how you can use it, how developer can individually decide how they want to use it, how they want to load up this game, what part of the game they want to load up fast. All it's magnificent.
Right, right. Well, that was a really nice that was a really nice like
Presentation.
promotional video that they threw out showing out the features and the specs
Hmm.
of and some of the features and how they could implement it for the games with the Series X. I like that, man. That shows confidence. You know what I mean? It shows that they're ready to roll. They're ready, getting ready for next gen. Which is really good.
Yeah,
We haven't seen much of that from the Sony side. Well, it's just like when you saw the Ubisoft show. You know, all they talked about was all the special delivery enhancements, smart delivery rather, on the Xbox Series X. They didn't really talk about PlayStation. It wasn't
Idiot.
until
I'm the
so it
smartest
wasn't.
person you'll ever meet. Hey, what's up, fellas?
Hey, what's going
What up
on,
with
man?
you, Sid?
what's going on, man? Good.
What's good? What's good? What's up, Flip?
Yeah,
Ebot
what's going on?
100.
Hey,
Ain't
what's
up.
up, buddy? How are you? So it wasn't until the show was over that you saw the people that were chastising them, in the comments. So what about the PS5? What about the PS5? When are they gonna get it? Are they gonna get it? And then they're like, yeah,
Hey,
it's gonna get PS5 enhancements, but they weren't specific. Like saying ray tracing like they did with the Xbox or things like that. But it is what it is, man. You know how these jokers
he
are.
but
Yeah, we're dropping buzzwords and stuff, you mean?
I was
Yeah,
I was asking this fella. I said, Microsoft showed us a little demonstration from on State of Decay, how fast it move or whatever. Which you gotta look at it as in okay, State of Decay, but that's something small or whatever. You have to
the
what you
older
see
game,
something that
yeah.
big, right? For it to load up fast. I expect it to do that though, but why haven't Sony show us the same type of concept of what Microsoft had? All I see is what Mark Sony says on paper. So that makes me wonder to believe the thing. Like, is it really that fast, or like what are we doing here?
Well,
I
they
mean, you
try to.
couldn't do two God of War game, put God of War up on a 5 and on a 4, and show us the comparison of the load up. Like
Right,
that's
right.
not that
Something,
hard.
something. Just to get an idea, right. I just think it's because, to be honest, I just think the console's not finished. I really think they still haven't finished that console.
Yeah, I think they're behind too. I've been thinking about that for a month or a couple months rather. Yeah, because every detail, like we should have seen this on the system a long time ago. Why you wait until E3 time to show the system? That's usually because last generation or this generation and last generation they showed it before the E3 presentation. They had a little pre-presentation earlier in the year.
The
Showed
reveal.
off the system there. Yeah, the reveal, and then later on showed the the system proper at E3 if there wasn't already an event in between like GDC or whatever. I think that's just before E3.
Well, Jeff, think about this. When in any history, right? Any history, and this is basically a general question to everybody in the panel and to the people in the chat. When in history have you ever seen a console nearly 4 months away, right, of release, right, where you don't even know pricing, all the real things that it can do with bells and whistles, if it's going to be backwards compat, if it's going to be peripheral compat. Meanwhile, on the Xbox side, all you need to know is what games are coming because they pretty much answered everything. And the only reason they haven't
price. That's the one thing I would say. They both haven't set price, so we'll give them a pass. But everything else we know about the Xbox. Yeah,
that's right. But that's on purpose. Microsoft is doing it because they're not going to let Sony undercut them like they do every other time. They're not going to do that this time around. They learned their lesson with the Xbox One because that bullshit with the DRM, this is how what's going to happen, or that it comes with the camera, all that shit was set in play the same way with PlayStation. Because Yoshida came out and said that 3 months after the reveal and E3 that they had the camera built in. You were going to have to buy it together. It was going to be $499, just like the Xbox One. But they saw the backlash and they decided to change it at last minute. You understand?
Yeah, and it's easy to know about the camera because I remember when I got the PS4, I got it right after launch window. So maybe like the 4th month it was out, right? Got the system. It got the software for the camera already on the drive because I was having internet trouble that day. So I know I didn't download it. It was already on the system.
It was already in the box
because it was planned to be there out,
right from the jump.
Out the box with the camera. Yep.
And you still had to buy it separately anyway. So it wasn't like you were saving money because if you wanted to show yourself in the stream, you still needed the camera. You see? So that's why I'm like, that's all dumb because the biggest difference with Xbox was it was implemented where it was part of the experience of the console. You can make the gestures to move the stuff with your hands. You talk to it. It goes from one app to another. You needed to buy a separate mic, the camera, and just so that you could do it with PlayStation. But that was also added later on. That wasn't on there from the very beginning, especially the talking command features. That was added a little bit later. So, it's like, it's like I said, when have you ever seen in history? And I want anybody in the comments to please answer me. When? Like 4 months away and you still don't know what the console is going to really do as far as specs, as far as the loading, like what Flip just said. No demonstration of how fast and how the SSD works, right? Other than that stupid, demo from Epic, that shit was small and that was all in a little confined area. That's not indicative of what a whole game is going to work, look like, and perform in real world when it's all fully done, right? And in its full-fledged form. That was just a tech demo, right? To give you an idea of what it would look like, how it would move.
The demonstration of the lighting effect. That's all that was.
Right. So they try to do it with Ratchet, right? Like with Ratchet, with the show when Ratchet goes through that vortex, that's one of the things that allows you to be done more fluidly with the SSD. Okay, but you were able to do that with Titanfall 2 when you got that power.
I'm gonna give you a better example. I'm gonna give you a better example that's even older than that. Portal. Because if you noticed in Portal, right? Because what he did in the actual level, when he's like falling through in the very beginning and he's falling and you see all the different worlds and stuff, if you notice, he's sitting there for a couple seconds loading and he falls into a city. And then he falls in the time, whatever that shit is that he's in, that warp gate or whatever.
You're saying it's not
right. It's definitely not instant because you would see he would leave a city and then come back to a same looking city. Like, what's the difference in the environment?
Right.
It wasn't there. And the only thing they really did was the portal type of thing where he would move from area to area in the same city or rooftop that he was in.
Right. And
that's not loading nothing.
But what's called it the same thing. In Halo 5, they did it in Halo 5.
That's right.
They did the same shit in Halo 5. They didn't need no SSD drive to make that shit happen.
Nope. You just gotta be intelligent with what you're doing in the design of your game. Is that simple?
Well, I mean, if you think about it, technically, right? Even Quantum Break. Remember in Quantum Break in that level when you go into one of those older warehouses where you're actually fighting, right, in real time.
Right.
And as you're fighting, you see the entire level go through a whole fast forward from the past to the present, and it shifts in real time as you're playing, as you're fighting.
Just right.
Okay, and you can die from.
Yeah, exactly. And it's done in real time while you're fighting the enemies in that level. And that was, for me, I've never seen that in the game. I was like, wow, that's fucking crazy.
I still ain't saw that in the game.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said that Quantum Break was a very technically advanced game that people didn't even look at in that way or in that realm. Like they looked at it.
In other words,
regular,
In other words, they knew how to hide that load inside that game very well.
Well, they
didn't even know that it.
That
didn't even know that it was loaded.
Was just doing some incredible things, Flip. It was, the rewind and the fact that once you rewind, it wasn't like the old traditional way like Max Payne. You could actually manipulate what was in the level while they were slowed down.
Prince of Persia.
Or while they were frozen. You can go to a box,
Prince of
move
Persia.
the box. You could go to a person and touch them and take their gun. You understand what I'm saying? It was doing things in a whole nother level. It wasn't just the simple, let's do the rewind or let's slow down time. It wasn't done, just simplified. You can actually interact.
Control ain't got shit on Quantum Break.
Oh no,
Let me since you mentioned that, Hebot, let me ask y'all two gentlemen something real quick because we already done discussed this at the party last night that we board and always act. What do you think that Microsoft, what type of hidden or unbelievable game that you think that Microsoft might throw at us next week?
Well, I'll let
you mean like a game we don't know about yet? You mean?
Yeah, a game or either an old game that you be like, oh snap, I didn't see that coming.
I think Halo's gonna have a lot of elements that we're not expecting in it.
Okay. You Hebot?
Definitely.
No, let Jeff finish it because I've already been talking. Then I'll say that. I'll speak, please.
Yo, 100, you there?
Anything else, Jeff?
No, we already talked. Me and him talked.
We already talked about
No.
Well, I definitely.
Man, we talking.
Okay.
No, shit.
Yeah, I was giving it to y'all two. We already talked.
All right. Well, like I said, I think Halo is gonna have a lot of design changes. Being more open world and all these things they've been rumoring about for a long time. And in fact, a lot of those rumors were about Halo 5 years back. With the whole open world and mission-based structure, you can choose what you want to do. And now they're putting that into Halo Infinite. So that's definitely something they've been working on, for a long time. So I expect to see a lot of new to Halo in that.
Do you think
for sure? But in terms of a game that I've never heard of before, who knows?
Hey Slayer, you think they're gonna? Because I heard rumors of this, but do you think they're gonna implement that time traveling aspect to Halo?
To Halo? No, I don't think they're gonna do time travel.
No, because they're going back to Reach. No, because the books already got them going to Reach. I don't think everybody see them on the ring.
The reason why I say that is because it would make more sense on how you could implement better the whole thing with Locke and try to make people happy.
Well, no, but think about it is this is what's going on. This is going on. If they're going to Reach, because they're going to find a fragment of Cortana that Halsey left. That's right. We see when old boy pick him up. I think that's in the middle of the game. And he was like, "Man, we already got our ass kicked."
No, that's the first cutscene of the game.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's the first cutscene of the game.
Well, they said it was, so I don't know why they would lie about that. That's like a weird thing to lie about.
You're going to because it's already if you watch what you call it. If you watch the the Reach, and then in the books they go straight to Reach. That's their mission. If you watch the last anime of it, and Chief came out, he said, and he was like, "Chief, we only got a little short lead, and they're going after old boy that they lost because they lost him because he was part of them on Reach. He lost him, and he goes, and that's where they're going on Reach. Think about it. 343 want to throw us off completely.
Oh yeah.
They want to throw us off completely, and people don't want to understand that. They want to throw our asses off. Just like that's why I liked it. That's why I liked it. What they did with Locke and them, they threw us off.
Right. Yeah. Same.
So we didn't know nothing about that damn story. We thought they was going to fight. Thing about it was a lot of it was really the truth.
They did fight, but
the truth was the truth because they made up a lie.
Yep.
To try to actually get Chief out of it. Because you can't. Nobody's going to trump Chief.
No.
When you hear Palmer, if you play the game, and we're like, what Chief at? And when he see Halsey, shit, Chief doing what the fuck he want to do. You know what I'm saying?
That's that. Yeah.
You were not trumping Chief. Chief said, he told thing about it is they're not going to trump him because that man is saying humanity.
Countless times.
So you're not going to trump that man. You're not going to bother that man completely. And he got his team behind him. And he told him. He said, I ain't got to go. And he was like, no, we riding with you.
Right. Well, the whole plot was that they thought he went AWOL. And he didn't. And so
he told Infinity. I'm going after Cortana, and then when Infinity told him no, because they were trying to have Team Osiris to go to deal with it, and he said no, fuck you, I'm going. That's my
do it. Right.
I'm gonna do it. And ain't nobody. Laura Hood ain't gonna stop.
But they made it seem to Team Locke like he went AWOL. That's what I'm trying to say.
But see, that's how they make it.
Right.
And that's why. What's his name?
And he knew about that armor. You see, Chief knew about that armor lock. You see, when he broke that thing, what'd he do? He grabbed that armor lock thing and put it right on him. Like you know,
but Locke wasn't going to be able to. Locke wasn't going to be able to deal with him no matter what because Locke is human. Chief is a super soldier. You see what I'm saying? And that don't even make sense.
And it's just the suit.
Well, nah, they both are. Listen, so you got to realize, and Installations 00 made this clear. Yeah, there's the experience difference. We understand that. So I'm not saying that Locke is better than the Chief. So don't think what I'm about to say is that. But if you want to sit here and say like, human. Right, but
like he's skilled, but he doesn't have super. He wasn't built like a super soldier.
No, he's gone through the process. The process is at the point now where they could put it on.
No, it's just a suit. It's just a suit they put on.
No, it's just a suit.
No.
Chief was indoctrinated. They was already super soldiers without the Mjolnir armor.
I know but still they went through.
Chief crippled 3 ODSTs in a matter of minutes when he was 15 years old.
Trust me, I follow all of this. I know. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Outside the armor, right? Spartan 2s and 3s are superior than the 4s. When you put them in armor, they're supposed to be, like I said, supposed to be. That doesn't mean it's going to be like that. And of course, plot armor is going to protect the Chief, right?
Right.
But let's not forget that he went toe-to-toe with the Chief for a while there. And let's not also forget that when these dudes are in these powered armor suits, or even when they're not, these guys move so fast a normal human can't tell. Right. And that means when we was watching that, from our point of view, or the point of view of those two Spartans when they were fighting, that's like slow motion. Okay? That's like slow motion. And I'm not saying Chief wasn't going to win versus Locke, but he also had that plot armor, so of course he won. But before he did grab that thing off of him and put it back on his armor and lock his armor instead, Locke was getting it in. He done cracked his helmet and all this stuff. All them got the. Hold on. I'm gonna say the important part. I'm gonna say the important part right there, that they all got the augmentations. Okay, the augmentations now are at the point, in the story where they can do that to any human. They don't need to indoctrinate them early on. They get volunteers from whatever branch, special forces, whatever they get, who want to be down and whoever they approve to be a Spartan 4. But to act like these Spartan 4s ain't nothing, that's not fair. But Spartan 2s and 3s are still better, no doubt. But don't act like these guys are weak, like useless. Because I don't like this whole portrayal.
I don't mean to sound like they're weak or useless. No, what I'm saying is that because Chief was created as a super soldier with indoctrination and all the other experiments. Locke didn't go through that process, so I don't think Locke is as strong. But then
that's what I'm telling you. They did go through they went through our augmentation.
Don't do it. It's the suit that makes
it. That's what I'm telling you. That's the detail I'm telling you getting wrong. they've all gotten augmentations that have nothing to do with the suit. Outside of the suit, they're still weaker than a Spartan 2 because their augmentations aren't at the same level, right? There's still stuff they don't do to them because, you know, it's high risk and blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. But they go through augmentations that are bigger by default, you know, just like with the Spartan 2s and 3s. Once they got those augmentations, they got bigger, all that kind of stuff. They go through that too.
The game and the story, they explained it or no?
It's in Installation 00's videos. It's in lots of outside media. You gotta like read and stuff.
Yeah, you do. Vodka said in the chat, he said Locke's suit is the equivalent of Chief's suit. His new armor is the equivalent of it's the equal of Chief's.
The Chief's new armor. Yeah, Chief's the Series 2 or 3. I forget what they're calling it now. The new new model armor.
It's 3 now. I think it's up to 3.
Yeah, so it must be the Series 3. So they all got that now. But in terms of the armor, it's not really the armor. Like I said, the Spartan 2s outside of the armor are more powerful because their augmentations are different, but both
their minds are trained better.
Right.
Their minds are trained.
In other words, Bone, you trying to say? I mean, we all know Chief and them was kidnapped as children with and they made a clone to the family. He just saying that they went through something similar to that, but not as drastic as Chief.
Not at the same level. Right. Don't downplay them like they're worthless compared to Spartan 2 because that's not fair or true.
I never said. You acting like I'm actually. I ain't talking about that. You acting like I'm actually they ODSTs. No, but they're not on that mental. Like they will go to. They can take it to a level that the Force can't take it to because they're not mentally trained that way. You forgot.
Most no. Yeah, most
Red team is on on the ship and they can kick the shit out of some Spartan Force. And they was handicapped.
Yeah. But remember too, it's also the experience 100. Like, you know,
and like you say, the experience.
The experience is serious.
Daka is making a good point there. See, okay, so the Spartan 2s and 3s, we know they're advanced and all of that, but we're talking about career soldiers and aka CIA type of dude in Locke. This is before they were Spartans, okay?
But they showed
and
you
the ODST. These guys but the guys in not Blue Team, in Team Osiris are not your regular dudes who went through the Spartan 4, augmentations and training and stuff. These dudes were top level dudes and chicks before any of that. So no doubt. But I just said, I don't really like the whole downplaying of the Spartan Force because now it just kind of make it like, oh, they can't have anything ever that's good, within the whole plot of what they do with the UNSC and all of that. Because these Spartan 2s are getting incredibly old. Even the 3s, which were like a year or 2 later when they started training them, right? Like, they'd be a year or 2 younger, I guess. Even those are like what in their late 40s, early 50s at this point now.
But they don't age like regular people.
Right?
Sure, but they still have age and have been fighting.
Think about it with Master Chief. You forgot what the librarian gave him.
Yeah, and he's the only one with that.
She gave him something different than anybody. So like I said, he can't. Like I said, Locke held his own. I'm not saying Locke was no bum.
Right.
I like Locke. That's my G.
Yeah, me too.
I like Locke. He my G. But like I said, Locke can't kick his ass. Locke can't kick nobody from a Spartan 2 ass to me.
Yeah,
well, he got his licks in though, and to me that was sufficient.
And what did he do when he broke that?
You're not expecting him to beat his ass.
When he broke that vice, what did he do? Chief snapped into a whole different mode. Did he? Boom, boom. Hit you with 5
That's exactly
shots.
how it went down. Yep.
Boom, boom, boom. Sit your ass down, and I'm gonna let you live. He didn't try to kill him.
He did snap.
He didn't try to kill him.
The Force are not physically as large as the originals. No, I'm sorry. I'm just reading what Sleepy is saying.
You forgot these guys are giants.
Yeah.
These guys have been in. Think about it. I love Locke. Locke is an assassin. When he goes to the Arbiter, when he talks to the Arbiter like you tried to kill me. Yeah, I had a plot to kill you, but we good now. You know I'm a Spartan now.
Yeah, he's a dope character. I don't get all the hate. I think he's dope as fuck.
But they say Halo dead.
Right. Sure.
They say Halo dead.
You're right. It is. You're right.
Halo dead. We just had a whole full argument about.
Yeah. And like I always say about Halo 5, when they keep talking about Halo 5, like, yo, Halo 5 is the best selling Halo yet. And also the newest, which means they had the least amount of time to sell. That means it sold the fastest. It has to. That's like simple. Like if it's the newest game and it sold the most, it had the least amount of time to sell the most, and it still did. So it's selling faster than any other Halo ever did. All this negative talk about Halo 5, and from the Xbox fans as well, who just, I don't know what they felt, Xbox had a bad generation. Yeah, and they're not being too loyal. Yep. Yeah. Like some people we know.
Halo 5.
Yeah. Halo 5 is good. It's a lot better than it's gotten credit in the entire gen. That's just been
well, what about this?
Exactly.
Because you know what? I think this is what I think in life.
Right, Vodka.
Don't like difference.
Yes, the intro. Yes, agreed.
They don't like different. I know. I understand. Everybody want to see the Chief all the time. You ain't.
No.
I fell in love with the Red Team in playing Halo Wars.
Halo Wars, yeah.
I fell in love with Red Team, and I forgot Red Team was actually they're twos, but they were actually got frozen. Chief think they're dead.
Yeah, because when they first did their augmentations, they didn't survive. They didn't survive,
but she cryo frozen. So he thinks they're dead. So what if Chief meets them? Like, what the hell is going on? Look how big that universe is. Can you say that about a PlayStation game?
What about Ghost of Tsushima?
No.
You mean the one that already got lower? What do you call that? Metacritic. Not that we give fucks about that, but since that's the metric, that these ponies want to use. 83, 84 Metacritic. That's it. Like, I mean, the game don't look whack or nothing, and I'm not hearing too much about bugs or nothing. But is this really a game that's supposed to be the swan song for the system, like the last big game?
Well, they're trying to make it a swan song because they got too much trash that Last of Us. That's why.
Yeah, man. Because I mean, you know what? Exactly. Because they ain't got nothing left. Assassin's Creed Tsushima. Yes. Yo, Jeff, I want to speak on that. Yo, this is something I want to transition to. This is a good way to transition to it. So Assassin's Creed, when the other day when I saw the footage, yo, I ain't got nothing negative to say about Assassin's Creed in general, but the footage that I saw, maybe it was just me, it made it look like it was this gen. I didn't really see nothing too crazy about it. The game in itself looked great. I mean, graphically, I'm just saying. It didn't look too crazy.
It still looked good, but it still looked good within the gen era.
Right.
Yeah, I said this. Me and Bone were talking about that too, and I said the same thing. I said it's still, he was talking about it still looked good.
That's because they're making it still a cross generation game.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless they go full fledged. Unless they go full fledged next gen, which that won't probably happen for another 2 years because
the next game.
Ubisoft is not going to leave out 100 million on one side and maybe possibly 75 million on the other side left for dry. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a bad business.
They're not gonna do that. And that's how it's been, that's how it was, to be honest, with Xbox 360. Because if you remember, we had King Kong, we had Gun, really fast and not really ports that were using
it was original Xbox. Yeah, Xbox original game, OG games that were just running 720p. That's all they really did. Or up the res and put it out there.
Just to have fillers and make it the library a little more extensive, but they weren't trying to alienate those other people that had the other consoles because there was on them,
But you also have to say, but when they actually had the X and you see the base model Xbox and you see Assassin's Creed, what was that? Assassin's Creed Origin, you can tell the totally different in the game. Same thing with Far Cry. That last Far Cry they came.
When
I played it on the base model, the S, or let's just skip the S, and I played it the S from the X. It's different. It is
the biggest difference is you were playing Assassin's Creed and the equivalent of a PC in high settings in 4K with HDR in 30 frames, as opposed to mid-level mid-level settings, right? On a base Xbox, right? At fucking 720, maybe 900p in 30 frames. If you're gonna tell the difference with no HDR, you understand what I'm saying? You know, that's why. Yeah. So that's why I tell people and then not only that, it was also the loading factor, because on the X it loads way faster than it does.
Oh, absolutely. You know, with all that extra RAM and everything. Yep.
Mm-hmm. So you know that, but the thing is, you know what it is too, Slayer and Flip, that, and I know 100 is with me too. What I hate the most, when you talk to a pony, right? And they try to downplay when you tell them playing something in 60 frames in 4K and HDR, you know, and even something with Dolby Surround, because that adds to the experience with the surround sound, right?
Yes, it does.
Right. In Gears, right? Oh, it doesn't match something like Last of Us, right? Or Death Stranding. When you just saw the Digital Foundry report today.
Oh, he got cut. He'll be back.
He's still speaking. He's speaking. Oh, he dropped him? Because he's still animating.
He got
dropped. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong screen. Oh, so the one other thing before... Oh, yeah, I see it. So the one other thing I want to say, I wish he was here to hear, because this is what Jeff was saying about how Ghost of Tsushima looks like a clone of Assassin's Creed. Because we know every Assassin's Creed got a new theme, right? Mm-hmm. So, you know, this year it's the Viking thing. We know eventually they're going to do Japan. And, you know, Ghost of Tsushima seems to be like the Assassin's Creed in Japan with some clunky animations. That's the one negative I can say about the game so far. The animations ain't so hot. There's some dumb animations in the game, but the gameplay looks good.
No, but the gameplay, when he's fighting, he looks stiff. He doesn't even look natural or fluid. Like, I don't know if that's indicative of when you actually play it, but when you look at it, it looks rough around the edges. It looks like it hasn't been finished or polished, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it reminds me of Bushido Blade, but like you fight multiple people instead. Remember that game?
Yeah.
Oh my God. One hit kill or death.
Yeah. Most people just say, oh, Tenchu, but they don't remember something like Bushido Blade. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Nope. They really don't. But yeah, this is the relation I see between these two games. Like, this is the Assassin's Creed, you know, they would have had if they eventually went to Japan, which I'm sure they will one year.
Well, if they
hopefully next year,
they'll probably would embarrass the way that Tsushima is. What I was saying before I left was, if you looked at that video that Digital Foundry did today, where they compare the PC version running Death Stranding as opposed to the PS4 Pro, dude, it's like night and day. And the Pro was supposed to be 1440p, right? On the PC, it's 4K native, HDR, and 60 frames.
On the slowest RTX card.
Yeah, even on the 2060. Yeah, even on a slower RTX card. And if you look at it and you see the difference is night and day, and even they even bumped it up to like high settings. And I'm like, this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. When you guys look at these Gears of War, you think that it's the same thing when you're looking at it at your old ass 720p TV running on an Xbox Series X or on a regular Xbox Fat or an S, because you guys are too fucking stingy to make the upgrade, right, to the X, right? And yet you want to sit there and compare the PlayStation Pro that's not nowhere near close as what the X offered as far as the specifications, and you want to say, oh no, it looks better. No, you have no fucking clue. God of War doesn't look nowhere near as good as Gears in 60 frames, 4K, and HDR. I'm sorry. I own both systems, and I play them both in their highest settings on their individual designated console. And no way in hell you're going to tell me God of War even comes close visually. Or Death Stranding.
I'm going to put it to you like this.
Next to Gears.
God of War at 1080p 30, right? Against Gears at 1080p 60 on a base Xbox. I'm going that far. And it's facts that Gears still looks better.
Right.
More effects, and you can take the 60 FPS out of the equation. It's the effects and everything else that's going on.
It's not a static. It's not a static world. Yeah,
it's not static. That's right. Even the floor you see when it's all like, it's like all wet and like nice. Juicy. Yeah,
everything looks nice, but it doesn't have explosions, things going on, animals, people. In Gears of War, there's so much shit going on all the time.
All the time.
Entire levels. Explosions, vehicles, like things in the air, flying.
A lot of particle effects.
Rumbling,
a lot of particle effects, wind, weather, lightning.
Buildings falling down, erupting, getting corrupt, getting exploded.
Pre-calculated ray tracing in the game. Pre-calculated though.
Hold on. No. But you forget that's just Gears of War 4. Right. How about the scene when you run it and the lightning was coming down and everything? You shoot at an object to make all the canisters start coming away. Like, oh, I got to move out the way or I'm done.
All that stuff takes resources and is demanding. People don't realize that.
And that was on what, the base model? I think Xbox. I think that was.
That's right. Yes, it was.
Right. What other system that you can name that was doing that? Because I don't know no game that Sony had that did that.
Well, even Sunset Overdrive. Sunset Overdrive had a plethora of special effects that would never use with a bunch of NPCs on screen, all the color palettes, all the different weapons, customization of characters, gender characters, boss battles, because you had epic boss battles while you're doing the traversal within the world, and it was all fluid. It was all 900p 30, but it was fluid. You understand? So imagine that game in a 64K with HDR. Forget about it.
I would like to see that game to come right back. I would. I don't know if Microsoft owned that game or what the situation.
Well, they own the publishing rights, so Sony could never make the game, even though Insomniac created it, because as long as Microsoft has the publishing rights, the only way they can do it is if they pay Microsoft to let go of the publishing rights. It's kind of like the same deal they had with Alan Wake, and Microsoft gave it back to Remedy. You know how they gave it back.
Good example. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That's why Remedy couldn't make the game with no one else unless Microsoft get the green light. And what they did was give it back to them. And that's the same thing with Sunset. That's why you didn't see them talk about Sunset. What did they do? Another Ratchet, and now they're talking about a fucking DLC for Miles Morales. Because they don't have the rights to do a sequel to Spider-Man yet either. Because they haven't figured out none of their movie conditions that they're doing. Because it's a stranglehold.
Say it again, man.
They haven't figured out their movie deals with fucking Marvel. Because
this
it's a stranglehold.
I've been saying. This is what I was saying on our podcast. I was talking about that, and people think, "Oh well, Sony had the right to." No, Sony do not.
No, it's a stranglehold.
Right for that. No,
Sony
they
owns
don't.
The movie rights, right? And
it's a contract. It is a contract that Sony had. They have to make Spider-Man movie a certain amount of years to make Spider-Man movie. If they slack or fall asleep on it like they did last time, Disney will say, "Give me back my shit."
Well, they were supposed to lose the contract 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, and that's why they did the Miles Morales Spider-Verse movie, and then it became a success. And the reason why because it did well, it gave them a kind of a window.
They're lucky for that too.
Same thing with Venom. Venom gave them a window because Venom did well. Even though the movie I felt was trash, but it still did well. But
it did well enough to hold it onto it. Yeah,
exactly. So that extended the contract. But what they didn't finalize is in the contract, it was this. Basically, Marvel Games, that owns the rights to the games, right, with Disney, and merchandising, because they own all the rights to merchandising. What they did was, okay, our contract with Activision and Beanox came to an end, right? Because those were the guys that were doing Spider-Man before with Activision, right? So we want to renew it, but we don't want to renew it with you. We want to renew it with someone else. So what Sony did was, okay, no problem. They went to Sony because Marvel wanted Spider-Man in the MCU. Plus they wanted to do the standalone movies, right? But they don't have the rights to Spider-Man in the movies. Sony does. They own the movie rights. So what they said was, okay, if you let us do 3 movies and put them in the MCU with, Avengers, what can we do for you that will let you do it, right? What kind of deal? So they said, okay, we want this much percentage, and we want an exclusive game only on PS4. You understand? From Marvel. But the people don't know is when they ask, well, we need a developer. Do you have a developer? No, all our developers are busy. But we know somebody that works with us that can do a great job. It's right up their alley, right? To do a Marvel game. They went to Insomniac. So they outsourced Insomniac. That means Marvel Games and Disney paid Insomniac to develop the game. All Sony did was market the game, right? Because it was going to be exclusive to their console. Then what happened? They asked Insomniac, what game you want to make? Pick any character you want. And it was Insomniac that said, we want to do Spider-Man. You understand? People don't realize that it could have been a Punisher game. It could have been a Captain America game. It could have been a Moon Knight game. They picked Spider-Man because of the style of Spider-Man. That it's comedic, it's serious.
Right.
It fit their style.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what.
And if they want to do a real sequel, they have to start all over from ground zero to do a whole new deal. Because it wasn't about no sequels. That's why this one is a DLC. If you notice, standalone DLC.
It's kind of like the DLC is kind of like what you would call you know how they say when things have a loophole that you can get through. That was a loophole how they can make more content without stepping on their feet, because Miles Morales doesn't belong to Marvel games either. You know, the Morales story, but it's still a Spider-Man themed thing. Now, it was funny because if you guys remember when they made the announcement, we bought Insomniac Games. The first thing that Sean Layden tweeted out was, "Yes, our future is Ratchet and Clank and Spider-Man," because they thought that Disney was going to renew the contract, give them another sequel right away, because that deal between Disney and Sony for the movie rights happened to be the very next day after they made the announcement that they bought Insomniac.
Yeah, that's right. The next day.
And what happened? It didn't pan through. Everything went to shit. That's why you haven't heard no announcement of Spider-Man 2, a sequel, and nothing big. But now, since the new console's coming out, they're like, all right, so what can we do that's a loophole to make it seem that we're going to have something for Spider-Man for the PS5? Oh, we could do Miles Morales since we did the animation and it did well, and we have the rights to it. All right, no problem. They run it through Marvel. Can we do it? Yes, that's fine, because they don't lose anything. Because all the merchandising for the video games, right, when it has to do with Spider-Man, guess what? It goes to Marvel and Disney. All the freaking merchandising, whether it's video games, clothes, toys, whatever, it all goes to Marvel, right? The only way Sony makes money is off the movies. Like the 2 standalone movies that Disney made with Marvel, like the Homecoming and shit, all the money went to Sony. That was how the deal works. They get the movie profits and they get the merchandising profits.
Breaking news, fellas. Breaking news from Flip Money right now. Sony, they going, and the one thing I have noticed that's happening, Disney is buying their time, because that Spider-Man movie that Sony got, it's going to slip through their fingers. Disney sitting there waiting.
Well, what they're doing is because remember, if this is all Disney needs, okay, people, this is all they need. If their movie division flops, which most of their movies flopped last year, right? Even Jumanji 2 didn't do as well as they thought it was. So we're talking about Morbius. We're talking about Morbius. We're talking about Venom 2. If those movies do not hit the mark, and their division, remember how the actual guy that took control not too long ago last year said that the movie division, they're probably thinking about selling it off. If it doesn't do well and they sell it off, guess what happens, ladies and gentlemen? Guess what happens? Automatically, by default, the Spider-Man rights for the movies revert back to Marvel and Disney. And that's why Marvel and Disney are playing the waiting game. Because they don't have to fight for it. Because they know the minute that something goes wrong and they lose that right, they get back the rights. That's why they went after Fox first. Yeah, that's why they went after Fox.
Yep.
They got yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so check this out. I got some news that's dropping of my own. Apparently, this is from the Nikkei. From the Nikkei average. That's like the Dow Jones, whatever, in Japan. So Facebook and Sony both are ramping up the output of their gaming device. So Facebook with the Oculus headsets, apparently they're increasing production. But PlayStation is as well. They're saying the PS5 is going from 6 million units that they have planned to launch with up to 9 now. They're saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. I mean, it makes sense. I don't think they're still going to have enough to meet the demands because
I don't think so either.
We all know. Okay, we're not.
I don't think neither system will.
We're not stupid people. We're very intelligent individuals. We all know the PS5 is going to sell just because of the popularity that they have this generation. Okay, unless the fucking machine is a clusterfuck and it starts catching on fire because it wasn't built correctly by the time it comes out, right? And people get pissed off. But based on perception alone, it's going to sell right off the hip. Even though it's not going to have no games, because we all know right now, the only thing that was officially announced was Godfall, which is a time exclusive, and a fucking DLC in Miles Morales. And yes, it's a DLC because if it was a full game, the game would cost $60, not $40. That's just their way of making it seem like it's a full game. It's not. Okay? For those who want to believe it. That's what they did with Lost Legacy. That's what they did with motherfucking Second Sight, Infamous. They did this little stupid ass 6-hour DLC expansion, and they fucking charged you $40 to sell it like it's a fucking, because remember they didn't have no games at that time. So they were trying to make it seem like they have more games in the shelf for perception, right? Because they didn't have no games until later on, right? And they knew this. That's why Sean Layden said we're pretty sparse, right? In 2015. But people seem to forget that. And they did the same thing with Lost Legacy, right? But if you go back and you remember Gears of War 3, Gears of War did the Kim Rom DLC, which was like 5 hours long, 6 hours, 5.5, and that was only $5 when you bought it. You understand? Yeah. Through Xbox Live. So and it was but it can't be just the DLC because it's 6 hours long, it's 7 hours long. What are you talking about? That's why they're trying to say, it's going to be 10 hours long. Of course they are. It's going to be 10 hours long, 4 hours of gameplay, and then 6 hours of looking for stupid shit around the city. That's what it's going to be. Mm-hmm. Like the first game.
Like the first game. Well, he got caught. Well, like he was saying, they're gonna have the same amount of length time in the game in open world like the first Spider-Man game. They just took it, wrapped it up in another color, snapped it, gave it a DLC, and pushed it out, trying to make it seem like it's a whole new Spider-Man game, which we already know is nothing more than a DLC. That's all it is. A fresh coat of paint.
Pretty much.
And I don't think people understand that. And the bull Chris in the chat, he bugging out.
He do Chris that all day. That's all he do. He
bugging out. He bugging out, man.
Hey, man, I really think there's something wrong with that dude. So don't even pay him no mind. Trust me, it ain't worth it.
I think he crit the bull Chris up on in the comment chat. I think you over there doing the crit walk.
Why? What did he say? What did he say?
He just said a lot of he talking about you the villain and he the superhero. This dude is funny, man. This guy is funny. Running around.
Look, that's just the behavior. Look, Flip, that's just the behavior, right? Of people when they don't have the insight, right? They don't have the real information. So they think that we'll sit here and just make it up. But see, I'll challenge anyone that thinks I'm lying. Go on Twitter and I'll send you all the resources that you need to know. And you read it yourself because it's public record. I don't have to make that shit up. I don't make money off of fucking Sony or Marvel I can give two flying fucks. My whole point is that Spider-Man don't belong to them. And it should have been on all consoles. Instead, it was on one console this generation, and all of a sudden, everybody's a Spider-Man fan.
But you know what's going on with that? You know what's going on with that I noticed? The same thing happened with the baseball game. Because my theory was always, here's the risk a third party makes if they decide to make a game that's normally third party to be console exclusive, right? If they get paid for it. Because the balance is they're trying to see if the money that the console maker pays them is enough to offset the potential, that you might make on multiple systems. Because sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. No matter how big of a game it is, even say.
You mean with the MLB deal, right?
Yeah. With the MLB is the first to really break this, right? I think this is gonna happen more and more in the future when they realize, there's so many systems out there. No way can you pay a game publisher to keep their game onto one system when there's 100 million plus people on PlayStation, 75 or so at the end, I will assume is going to be on Xbox or whatever. That's a lot of people to sell to, and PC is a legion of its own. You can't just sit there and make a game a third-party game exclusive because they paid you for it, because it's not worth the money that you would have get at even baseball figured that out.
It's going to be more common. I'm going to add to the logical statement you just made. Right, I'm gonna add to that. MLB's been doing that deal for years because that deal started when there were 989 studios. Remember that?
Yeah, PS1? That's right.
That's when it started, way back when. Okay, because that's for you little chumpsters in the comment section that don't know that the Sony Sports division that makes the baseball game used to be 989 studios. Okay, learn something. So they've been doing that for years, right? And the deal was that as long as it was an exclusive to that platform, you can make it with the MLB. But they've been seeing the downfall in the sales for the last couple of years. It only sells like 1 million, 1.5 million, maybe 2 million tops after it hits the $30 price point, right? So they're like, okay, we can't afford to keep giving you a deal, right? Making only a certain amount of money when we're playing and you're using these player likenesses and all this shit on one console. But we'll do a deal with you. We'll allow your developer that's been doing it for years to make the game, but you have to make it multi-plat. That's the only way we're going to make the deal. So you will give you a cut. We'll give you a cut of whatever we sell to any other console to your developer, but you got to make it multi-plat. Sony took it because they're still going to make money out of it. But now
that's right.
They're going to make money off the Xbox dudes and the PC dudes and the Switch, because I think it's going to the Switch, right? Isn't that what they said?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on all platforms. But Sony, but the amount of money that Sony's gonna make compared to MLB, like, because Sony would choose, if they could choose, they would choose to say no. But obviously they can't.
Yeah, but they're gonna
no.
make more. The Slayer, they're gonna make
more money. But I'm just saying, I don't think they're gonna make that much more money. I think much of that money on the extra profit is gonna go to the hands of the MLB.
Oh yeah,
and Sony can't say nothing about it.
No, I can agree with you 1,000%. You're absolutely right. But they're still gonna make more in the sense that
definitely, just not as much.
It's gonna sell way more on because it's gonna be on Switch, Xbox, and PC. It's gonna sell more. It just is.
Yeah.
And you know people are gonna buy it. People are gonna buy it just to fucking spite the Sony fans. I'm getting the baseball this year. They're gonna do it. You know that.
And not only that, too.
You know, Sony going to take some of that money and pay Microsoft their rent for using their server.
So that's a break even anyway. Yeah. Sony ain't profiting off of that.
But
what's up, Lemon?
There was another thing I wanted to add.
I gotta go hit that sack in a minute. I gotta go to. I'm the first one to say I gotta go to work in the morning. That's
let me say one quick thing because I wanted to add it to what Slayer said. If you don't mind, Andre, I'm sorry. The other thing is, if you guys want to see, because you saw that Ultimate Alliance 3 didn't sell on the Switch, right? It wasn't supported because Nintendo dudes don't buy anything unless it's a Nintendo property. I'm tired of telling you people this. It don't matter what you put on there; it will not sell unless it's a Nintendo game. Okay,
that's right.
That's why Astro Chain didn't sell. Bayonetta 2 didn't sell. Bayonetta 3 ain't gonna sell. None of their game. Mad World didn't sell on the Wii. They don't sell unless it's a Nintendo property. Okay, let's just get that straight.
That's what people buy Nintendo platforms for in the first place.
Right. Now, if you notice, Slayer and fellas on the panel, right? All you've been hearing from people from the new Avengers game that's coming out, that's actually a multi-plat, right? Oh, the game don't look that good. Haven't you noticed that? But yeah, it looks 10 times better than Spider-Man. But that's all they keep saying. Oh, the game don't look that good. Why? Because they want to make sure that it becomes a failure. Because if it does, then Sony will give them another opportunity. We'll get another opportunity from Disney to make Spider-Man exclusive again.
I don't even think these fanboys are that smart, man. They just hating on something that they know is not exclusive to them, and they even think about it that far. Some of them will think about what you're talking about, but
you know what I mean?
A lot of them will definitely think that way, but most probably won't because they just too busy being childish and like, oh, it's all multi-plat now, so now I'm gonna hate it. You know, because guarantee you, I think this next MLB that's supposed to be one more exclusive they get, and after that, it's multi-plat. I guarantee you they're gonna say this is gonna be the last good baseball game.
Oh yeah,
it'll be some line just like that, and then afterwards they'll be saying, "Oh, MLB is whack now." Even though now it's on multiple systems, now it's gonna have
it's the same developer. It's the same developer,
right? With the same developer, it's gonna be on multiple platforms, so they're gonna have less bugs because it's gonna be running on more devices and shit that they gotta test and work out to make sure it's playing better. So the quality is gonna go up, not down. Mark my words.
Right.
You know Hold up, fellas. We're gonna let that man go to sleep. And you know what, people? One thing else we're gonna say, we're gonna cut this short, let that man go to sleep. We gotta get up in the morning. Y'all mean stink for hopping in and rocking out with us. Also, that game MLB the show, don't be surprised if it come on Game Pass. Go ahead, Bone. You can cut this show.
The only thing I can say real quick is go support Avengers. And if you don't want to see more of that bullshit exclusivity on other consoles, as Xbox fans, we gotta support it, and you'll see.
All right, people.
Peace.
All right, people. Peace.